Western, Montreal. I've got a double the amount of fish that he turned into wine.
They remind me of the heady.
True, he needs to grow up.
And he's back. Yes, kebabs definitely come from Turkey, and you can say that.
Here we go. Hello and welcome to our not-so-weekly Spudathon. Our first Spudathon in quite a while. And by the way, the synonym of Spudathon is fun. But first, before we get into too much chat, let me introduce the man who's officially changed his catchphrase since Fletcher has been born. It's Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello, people. I have got 5 kids. You can probably hear one of them now crying. I've got 5 ill kids.
It's not the one you stood on, is it?
No. Sold that one.
And of course, everybody's favourite fictional manager, label boss, sound guy, and the only man that has a synonym for it's Trevor.
Hello.
And of course, filling in for Ricky with purpose, but now just a synonym for a 4th wheel in what is at best a 3-wheel car. The 3-wheel car is a synonym for our show. It's our fictional life coach, Robert Bone.
Hello.
There we go. And of course, there's me. There's me, the antonym of idiot. Please share and subscribe this stream and all of that. Let's do some hellos. Who's in here? We've got Evelyn. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Mike. Hello, Anne Blair. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Debbie's there as well. Donna's there, the lovely Donna. Hello, Donna. Mike Crooks is there. Gig Monkey. John Ralphs. Ralphie O'Ralphie. All sorts of people. There's loads of people. Say hello in the comments. Laurie's there as well. Laurie. Hello, Laurie. Oh, dear. Yeah, we've been away for a long time, haven't we, guys?
Yeah, well, you know, we've got day jobs.
We've got jobs.
on the oil rig. On the oil rig we work on.
Well, coming up
submarine.
Coming up the show today, we've got your top 6 from the chart because you voted last time, about 10 weeks. So we've been collecting your votes for 10 weeks. We got Trev's song. We got Trev from song from Trev. We got Who Said It. We got the news sections. Ricky recommends, although this week it's Robert recommends. Although I haven't changed the titles, it will still say Ricky. We've got Chris's to Odd One Out. We've got Trev's takes, and of course Jesus will be back to confess or not confess, to alleviate you of your sins or whatever the shit he does. I don't know what he does. Oh, someone's decided to switch on the stream and it's now feeding back. I don't know who did that. That looks like Trevor. Sorry about that. So yeah, what have you been up to then, Chris? Come on, tell us about new fatherhood.
Well, you know, I got home on Tuesday and met Fletcher for the first time. He was 6 weeks old that day. And it's been a magical week of, you know, hanging out with a new baby, which has been brilliant, which was sort of came to a logical peak this afternoon with this little collection of vomit and phlegm and stuff, because unfortunately he's picked up a bit of a cold. So anyone out there with kids will know what it's like when you're trying to feed them and they can't breathe through the nose. And yeah, no, it's been great. It's been great. I've been getting up at like 3 o'clock in the morning with him and watching YouTube downstairs while he goes to sleep, which has been very nice. It's like Flossie all over again, really.
Oh, we got 34 people watching. Hello to everyone. Please comment. Hello to Tony. He's just commented. Trev, what about you? How's it been since you've been back?
Not too bad. Been a bit tired though. Taking a while to recover off this one.
A lot of jet lag.
Yeah, well, sort of. Gets round to Emmerdale time and I'm nodding off.
Do you watch Emmerdale?
Which isn't good. Of course I do. I love it.
Fair enough. Didn't really see you.
You know what? It's been that long, I've forgotten how to view where the comments are. They're on YouTube or on Facebook.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, we're on
YouTube. I can't find it.
And Robert Bone, well, how have you been the last 10 weeks? You've been in England, obviously not with us, but how have you been the last 10 weeks?
It's been very good, thank you for asking. It's been a lovely summer. You've missed out on that. When did you go? How long ago was it you went? It was
beginning of August.
So, yeah. Oh, you missed on it. Bit of summer. It was good.
We missed all kinds of stuff. Death of the Queen.
Yeah, actually.
All kinds of stuff. And that was weird because we were completely detached from it. It just didn't feel normal. And all American people going, hey, I'm really sorry about your Queen. You know, like we pop round for a cup of sugar on a Sunday. Very weird.
Right, well, let's get on with the show. Hello to Sean Ash as well in the comments there. We've got the Series 2 trailer. I'm going to play that now because that's why we're here. We're always here on Sundays, except when we're not, to promote 2020 Rendezvous and particularly Series 2 because that was the last one we did. Oh, by the way, this is the anniversary of the day that we did the filming in the studio, by the way, guys.
Is it? Last year?
It was Saturday last year, the 16th of October. So it's a year to the day when we were doing the filming in the studio for Series 2. Oh. And I was very hungover after the Clitheroe drinking session.
Yeah.
Right, so here's the Series 2 trailer. And then we're going to do our number 6 in the charts. Hello, Lorelei. Happy Black Friday.
That I did not expect.
You want a whole new take? We've only done one.
I've done 2 number 2s this morning, but I don't shout about it.
No, not my Telecaster. You're the only one on the crew that likes me, really, aren't you?
Yeah. Stop doing what everyone else does.
Mr. Jenkinson, your funerals are dead good.
Proper change, I promise you. I swear on my kid's life.
Not got lipstick on my teeth, ever.
It doesn't hurt, but it just makes you. It's like a bit of a loss.
I'll trade you those for another picture of your bumhole.
I am Jace, drummer and founder member of the Jace Potatoes Space Potato Show.
It is about me!
If you want to be a songwriter, you need to write some songs.
If you want to be a songwriter, you've got to write some songs.
Chris has done nothing.
Destroy it and burn it to the ground.
Do it with a bit more emphasis.
A great singer mate of mine smoked and he had emphasis.
We've only got one enemy now.
Your EPK and you.
Fake Ricky.
That does mean you're now just over 66 grand in debt.
If you haven't seen it yet, give it a go.
So there we go. That was the trailer for Series 2 there. And coming up the show, as I said, we've got lots of all the usual stuff, including Who Said It and, of course, Jesus and Chris's to Odd One Out and Ricky Recommends and Trev's Take. But before any of that, we're going to do the number 6 this week, which is one of Chris's songs. And it's from 14. And it's Corporate Machine. So here we go.
Oh, great.
What?
There's no money and there's no fame, but that's not why you joined in with the game. You have the ideas and they have a name, playing your songs and things are never the same. Now life is easy as you're making your plan, inside the bubble of a splitter van. You're all together taking all that you can, but so innocent of the upcoming scam. Tried at home all night and no one ever complains. To reach the height of headlining is the only aim. Meet with the labels who now know your name. You've got no idea that they're taking their aim. You're writing songs that now sound the same. The way that you buckled was a crying shame. You're given everything that you could ever need. The underwear icon was consumed by greed. They're changing all your plans and then they're changing your sound. And now you've compromised and got you chasing the pound. Now your face is on the front page, and you're fancying that you're too strange. The press accounts outside your front door. So is this what you play guitar for? Sacking meetings to plan the next year. The future's certain as it's always so near. Management and label will allay your fear. No chance to stop now or even shed a tear. They constantly remind you it won't grow on trees. No one seems to care or listen to your pleas. Your life will now be spent lately upon your knees, playing faceless songs that they erase
So there we go. That was the Corporate Machine there. One of Chris's
Fabulous.
songs from 14, which is available at 2020rendezvous.com/shop. The last fact is hanging around there. It says Ricky is a synonym for fatigue. Yes, so Chris enjoyed that one. Considering he's not there. And
It's really hard, though. Don't knock him like that. You know, people will be having a go at you in the comments saying, "Oh, don't pick on
what
Ricky."
was his excuse for not turning up today? He texted her and he
He
said...
couldn't be arsed.
He
That's
said
what it was.
originally he was going to be in the pub, and then he said he could make it, and then he said, "Sorry lads to fuck about. I'm going to sit out this one. I've got home and I've had dinner and I'm flagging so bad. I'm like a fish that has been staring at the sun too long." That was his excuse. I'm like a fish that has been staring at the sun too long.
No idea.
Booze.
What are you talking about, you stupid ginger twat? Oh, hello to David Mitchell, and also I saw Graham Padden there, and also Jude was in the chat as well, so hello to you. Lots of people in the chat, so it's lovely. So many people, 35 people watching on our comeback. If you ordered 14 on handwritten lyrics and all that, you should have had it all. If you haven't got your emails, let us know and we'll do that. I keep saying that because I'm sure someone out there is waiting for handwritten lyrics and they haven't told us what song they want and all of that. Yes, it's been pretty crazy. We mentioned earlier with the Queen dying, obviously, and all of that stuff while we were away. It was quite surreal, wasn't it? The reaction from everyone.
It was. The Americans seem to. I mean, not that any of us have. But we had some flag wavers within the touring family, didn't we? And some, not so many flag wavers. You know, not so much. And it was just really surreal. It just didn't seem real. I think the Americans kind of took it really that we would be walking around dressed in black with our heads down, and you know, I don't know. It's just weird. Is where we were kind of like, well, she was old. Like, it's an old lady's died that we, you know.
I do know
more of them because of the heating crisis, the energy crisis.
I do know the amount of people on our touring party that sort of had a moan at me for having a go at people for standing in a 24-hour queue. But I do note that those were the people that were moaning when they stood for half an hour in a queue at the airport and were like, "This is bollocks." So,
oh, really? That's interesting.
And I did say to one of them, I did say, "Would you be standing in this for 24 hours to go and see a box?" And no. Yeah,
but they wouldn't be hung over for 24 hours, would they? That's probably
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, hello to Sharon. She's turned up as well.
So I've just seen Jenna. Hello, Jenna, and hello, Craig. I'm sure I saw Craig a minute ago.
Right.
My
hello
glasses
to
don't
Craig.
work as well. Oh, there he is. I saw him last night. It was lovely.
So we're going to do our number 5 as well before we move on to our first game, which is Who Said It, which will be coming up after our number 5. But our number 5 this week is one of my songs, and it is Damaged Breathing from 14. So if you want to buy that, go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop and buy the album.
It's not me. sure protected. Remember there are spies. I hope you differentiate the noise. This moment's never happened before. So I've got so high, it's damaged my breathing. I can't deny, it stopped me from speaking. I feel like I'm currently dreaming, but I won't have it happy at all. It's damaged my breathing. I can't deny, it stopped me from speaking. I feel like I'm currently dreaming, but I won't have it happy at all. I've got so high, it's damaged my breathing. I can't deny, it stopped me from speaking. I feel like I'm currently dreaming, but I won't have it happy at
Right, I'm going to cut the ending of that. And hello to Christine. Your keyboard was not working, but you've now commented a couple of times. So hello to Christine. Hello to Jarrett Vanderhoop. Graham Padden said he'd stand for 48 hours in a queue to see Truss in a box. Oh, good one, mate.
Make things going, mate.
A lot of people had paid to see Truss in a box.
Mike Penninger's there. Hello, Mike. Potatoes, what are your plans for December and January? Don't know yet, but we will be doing some streams. So,
with the streaming.
Yeah. Sharon's there saying hello as well to Jenna, which is cool. So we got a lot of people here. Right. Well, let's do Who Said It. So in the week where the UK got its fourth Chancellor in 4 months, Queen announced a new song featuring the late Freddie Mercury, and Jamaica has banned all music glorifying crime. We ask, who said it? And this week we're asking, who says it? Who said it? Kwasi Kwarteng or Liz Truss?
Who said it? Who?
Oh, this is gonna
Here
be
we
brilliant.
go. So who said it? Kwasi Kwarteng or Liz Truss? Of all the meals...
I'm not good at this at the best of times.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jackie Luck's there as well, but the phone's being weird and she can't comment. So hello to Jackie. She's just messaged me on Facebook to say that. So thank you, Jackie. Right. Of all the meals that represented British culture, perhaps none captured the imagination more than the Christmas pudding. Who said it? Kwasi or Liz?
Kwasi.
Liz.
It was Kwasi. Remember to keep your scores, everyone. I'm not going to keep your scores for you. I'm too lazy for that. I'm basically the Ricky of scorekeepers.
But you turned up, though.
Yeah, I did turn up. I went to China and they told me there's only one type of potato there. I had to include that one. I went to China and they told me that there's only one type of potato there. Who says it? Who said it? Quasi or Liz?
Liz.
Quasi again.
Quasi again.
It was Liz. Rob's equalised, even though I'm not keeping the scores. If you are a borrower, the more you borrow, the more it costs.
Well, seeing as he was Chancellor, it's got to be Quasi.
Quasi, yeah.
I think that may have been Liz.
That was Quasi.
Come on.
He's good with his numbers.
One good outcome of elections is that fresh talent comes into the House of Commons.
That's got to be Liz Truss.
That's got to be Liz.
Liz Truss.
No, that was Quasi.
Oh!
Here we go. Got two more for you.
Hold on to, I think.
I don't know if you've tasted crisps in other countries, but I really think British crisps are world leaders.
Liz Truss.
Liz Truss.
That was Liz. And the final one, which I think is brilliant. I hate rodents. I mean, the House of Commons is completely infested. You can say that again.
Yeah.
I hate rodents. I mean, the House of Commons is completely...
It's got to be Liz Truss.
Liz.
That was Liz. So what were your scores, everyone?
3.
4.
Oh, Robert wins. For the first time ever, he wins Who Said It? And he was live on air.
I got 4. What are you on about?
You got 4. Oh, well, it's a joint win. He still wins, as do you. Well done, Chris.
That's all right. Robert can win as an honorary Ricky replacement. So just for replacing Ricky, you win anyway. But well done, Robert.
You're like a Ricky replacement service. You wait for Ricky and then 2 come along at once.
That's a quote for the website, isn't it?
A Ricky replacement service.
Right, well, I'm going to play the end of Who Said It, the outro music now. Here we go.
Who said it?
So we're going to have our number 4 in the charts. And then
It's one of Robert's songs, is it?
Yeah.
Have you written any songs, Robert? Doesn't matter. Play them anyway.
He has
Where is
written
he,
some
Liam
songs.
Gallagher, in the comments? Where is he? Probably gone to sleep.
I don't know. I thought Ricky was going to watch it. He couldn't even be bothered to watch it. That's how lazy he is. But here's one of his songs, which ironically is about his cat, who's also lazy. So this is Cats from 14.
Brother.
Chasing my tail all day till I'm bored. I've had all the dreams, but now I want more. Come over here, human, and scratch round my ass. You've not changed my litter, so I've shat in the bath. Places I go, I can be anywhere, and I'll ignore you when you call. Wasting the day away, staying out in the rain. Don't bother calling, I'm not coming home today. I'm not coming home. Sleeping for hours until I want food. You've done nothing wrong, but I'll still scratch you. You're trying to find me, but I'm right behind.
14 is the outstanding new album by Space Potatoes, featuring future classics such as Speak to Me, Damaged Breathing, Wish I Wasn't Here, Take Us to the Stars, Foxes and Cats. Order 14 by Space Potatoes now at 2020rendezvous.com.
So there we go. That was the advert there for 14. We also had Cats from 14 there. If you haven't already bought it, go at 2020rendezvous.com/shop and get it. Hello to Liam Hardy. John Ralph said, no disrespect to Robert, but next time I think I should replace Ricky because I'm fat, bearded and rude, according to Bev anyway. And then
yes.
and Liam Hardy comes in and says, being fat doesn't mean you give good cuddles. Hang on, I think I've missed something there. Oh, he said he's also fat, bearded and rude, so John can move over. So we've got quite a few Ricky replacements in the future if Ricky doesn't want to make it.
We've got fat off going on there.
But right now we have Robert here. He's the Ricky replacement for the week. And of course he was Ricky's fictional guru, and hopefully he might give us a bit of guruing at some point.
Stop.
Got the cap and everything. Lovely. But before any of that, we're going to do Trev's take. He's going to give us a take on something or other. I don't know what he's going to say, but this is Trev's take. Cue the intro. Go on, Trev.
Right. Been in America for the last 10 weeks. Well, and then going to Canada for a couple. Why, in every toilet in existence in their country, do they put the toilet rolls 4 inches from the ground? The toilet roll holders, where you have to get underneath it and tease it out because you can't find the end. Now, if you stand up and you're a dabber after you've had a long week and you want to dab the end, you end up dribbling down your left leg as you lean down to tease the toilet paper just to get enough to dab the end. Why?
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because actually I've experienced that but never thought that I needed to vocalise it. So I'm glad that you brought it to the fore.
Terrible.
It is, isn't it?
Another
Trev,
toilet-related one. On the flight home, why, when you press the button to flush the toilet, that's loud as fuck, do they not give you time to put your fingers in your ears before it goes and frightens the shite out of you? That's another one. It's just terrible. Who designs this stuff? No beds.
2 very valid bits of ranting there, Trev.
Very valid. But the toilet rolls in America is ridiculous.
The toilet related makes up for the lack of Ricky.
It's like 4 inches off the ground. You've got to do a bunny bend, like the bunny girls had to learn how to bend down a certain way to get the toilet roll. Stupid.
What was that, Rob?
I just said it's with Ricky, a lack of Ricky. It's still gone to toilet humour.
Yeah, well,
or just pointing out, it's.
Well, if it's not gaps in toes, it's toilet roll holders. They just don't know how to design anything.
See, I remember going into a cubicle, and usually there's the gaps down the doors so people can see in through the gaps when you're sitting there. But a piece of toilet roll being put covering the main gap when I went in there, and I sat down and thought, Trev's been in here.
Yeah. It's just streams of toilet paper. You crunch it up at the top and make a bit of a knot, and it just fits in the gap without dropping, and you can cover all the gaps up, so you can sit and have a shit without someone going, oh, look at his knees. It's just awful.
Well, has anyone in the comments had that problem where the toilet paper's been too low and you can't, dab the end of your cock without
I'll
piss?
wipe your ass. It's like you have to bend down. It's just ridiculous to have to bend down that far.
See, I like it when they leave a big roll of it on top of the sister.
That's you can prepare and everything.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, there we go. That was Trev's take this week. There we go. Trev's take.
I totally agree with you both of them, Trev. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's not the ranting of a crazy old man. The actual bonafide facts.
No, they are good rants there. Well, coming up, we got Chris's to odd one to out to. We got Ricky recommends actually by Rob, but we've also got Jesus the Pen, and it's a really good sermon this week from Jesus. But before any of that, we're going to do Trev's song, and this week I have selected a song by Trev, and it's the fabulous Squitch.
Money, but you're back in the line, you know. I wanna make it this time. I wanna get back in the line. I wanna make it this time. She's coming around, she got the voice. The kids are trying to make her such a lot of noise. Everything that every man needs. She got the body, but you're back in the knees, you know. I wanna make it this time. I wanna get back in the line. I wanna make it this time.
Well, there we go. That was Squitch by Trev. We got some great comments here. Liam Hardy says, thought Ricky had an accident with a Flymo at first. So, yeah, that's dreadful. But Liam also says, bands that shit together stay together. Oh, that's very true. Jackie is getting over the revelation that men dab.
Of course.
And Sharon said it's a Fletcher sighting. We're going to come to Fletcher in a second. Liam says, do guys with circumcised todgers have much of an issue with excess piss? Asking for a friend. Anyone who's been circumcised, please write in the comments and answer that. Mike says he got to meet and talk to Trev a few times on the tour. That's true. We had a great time with you, Mike, particularly at the lake. It was lovely. Christine said, is the solo inspired by Jean-Sebastian Bach? And so there we go. That's some comments. But yeah, show us Fletcher then, Chris. Come on. I'm going to go full screen on Chris.
Go full screen. He's not well today, so that's why there's lots of noise. But yeah, this is the new addition to the Barnes clan. I'm trying to do this so he doesn't like. But there we go.
Hello, Fletcher.
He's a lot younger than when Flossie joined the experience back in whenever that was, 2 years ago. So yeah, he's not impressed. He's not very well. He's got a bit of a cough and a bit of a sniffle, as have everyone else in the house, pretty much. But yeah, he's great. I mean, watching his birth on FaceTime was very strange. But I don't think Jenna planned to give birth in the bathroom either. But the kids all mucked in and helped out, and it was a magical experience.
Brilliant.
And then I spent the next 6 weeks counting down the days until I got home to see him. Yeah, he's great. He's absolutely brilliant. And all credit to the kids and to Jenna for, being there for each other and helping out. And yeah, I know.
Well, we've got a little new potato, said Anne Blair. We've got a new potato. Jackie said he's gorgeous. Christine says, welcome, little Fletcher. Evelyn said he's gorgeous.
Note, sorry, not named after the Floyd song or the Ronnie Barker character, just because people keep asking me along the way.
Who is he named after then?
Jenna's old dog.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. So, that's Fletcher covered. We've now got coming up Ricky Recommends. But Ricky's not here, so it's Robert Recommends, but I haven't changed the title, so it's going to be Ricky recommending and then Robert filling in. Here we go.
Recommend. He's had a whack on the head.
You've lost some weight, Rick.
Right, me? Yeah, no, I've been working out a bit. Sewing strings, that's the way to go forward. Farts, wanking. Anyway, sorry, I went into Ricky.
Working out and having chemotherapy.
Went into Ricky, leading out.
It's been a long 10 weeks without him. No, so anyway, Ricky recommends with me, Robert. Yes, I was recommending, what was I recommending? I was going to recommend Trainwreck, Woodstock 1999, which is, I stumbled across on Netflix. It's a three-part series about the Woodstock Festival 99, which some of you might have heard of. I remember it vaguely. Everyone sort of thinks of it as Limp Bizkit going on, doing break stuff, everyone riots, and that was pretty much it. But actually, there was so much more to it, the build-up, the way it was monetized. It was basically a massive corporate machine. There'd been the Woodstock 5 years beforehand. You spot that? Yeah. There's the big one 5 years beforehand, rained off, and I really wanted to do it on the 30th anniversary, and everything went wrong. And it's a 3-part documentary. I started watching it. I don't binge watch stuff normally, but I just kind of found it really engaging. So if you're on Netflix, Trainwreck, Woodstock 1999 is a good way to kill a few hours. Questions?
Well, there we go. I actually watched it with the lovely Donna over the last few days, and it was very interesting. And I thought, I don't remember there being anything bad with Woodstock 99. Then I realised I was thinking about Woodstock 94.
Yeah, the one that Green Day played.
Yes, that was the one that I remember.
Yeah, but there's so much build-up, and everyone tried to put the blame on Limp Bizkit. But actually, that was actually just the first night or second night. It carried on and it carried on into full-on riots, and everything was just so mismanaged. They were just trying to take as much money out of it as possible and cut back on security, and it was just waiting to happen.
Well, Eddie Cridlington says, I've seen Trainwreck and it was fascinating. Liam Hardy says, to make everyone feel old, I wasn't even born when the 90s Woodstocks happened.
Jesus.
Wow. Man. Trev was born around the first Woodstock, weren't you?
1960.
When were you born?
1960.
Right. So yeah, you were alive when the first Woodstock.
He could have gone.
Nah. Never been to a gig.
Never been to a gig, unless of course you're working.
Never been to. Never bought a ticket and gone to a proper venue gig in my life.
So you've worked a lot of festivals, Trev. Been out the front, doing front of house. What's your worst experience with being out in one of those, and where it was like, oh my God, this could go off. This is getting dangerous. There must have been one.
The first time I went out and there was a digital desk, when digital desks were first coming in. You just go out and expect to find a big Yamaha or a XL4, which you know how to set up and everything. So I had to ask the guy to mix the band because it was just,
But did you ever feel threatened, like the crowd were out of control and things like that?
Not really. They're getting back from front of house after a Kasabian gig. I think that's when we headlined Glastonbury. The crowd wouldn't go. So and it was rammed, and we just couldn't get off the mixing tower. Just couldn't get through the crowd for about an hour. It was horrible. That was pretty bad. Because then you start thinking, well, they're not going, so what's going to happen? And the security were trying to get this crowd moving, and they just wouldn't go. They did in the end, obviously, but that can get a bit rowdy.
Wow, you've done the main stage at Glastonbury. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good. It's all right.
Right, let's do our number 3 for this week. That was Ricky Recommends, but with Robert instead. Thank you for your recommendation there. Everyone should watch it. It is a wonderful show. But first, you should watch 2020 Rendezvous if you haven't already. And if you have, watch it again, because that's considerably better. Hang on. Sorry, Ricky's not here, and I felt the need to burp because no one had burped on air. Right, so lots of people chatting about the fact that Liam's really young. Number 3 in the charts. It's one of Ricky's songs, and it is Foxes with the video by the wonderful Bex. So here we go.
It's not looking good. Everyone's going crazy now, but we knew that they would, 'cause it's what they love to do. Well, how have you been? You've not much to say. On the media today, it won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they fade away. It's the same old shit. People falling for the latest lie, and it's making them rich. Yeah, it's just what they do. One day they'll disappear.
So there we go. That was Foxes of 14, 2020 rendezvous.com/shop. We got some lovely comments here. Jude Comerford Surplus says, I love Mr. Jenkinson, but this song's great too. There we go. He's a big fan of Mr. Jenkinson there. It's one of Chris's tunes. Jackie says that's a magic tune. Haven't heard it in ages and instantly like it, like hearing an old familiar. It is. Liam says, you guys did a really great job with the whole Space Potatoes thing. Mockumentaries are one of my fave things to watch. That's another thing. In YouTube comments, if you need to tag us anywhere or you want to leave us a comment and do whatever, you can now use the @ symbol and do @Space Potatoes and all one word and tag us in stuff on YouTube, which is... didn't know we could do that. Which is really, really good. So people are talking about someone being sexier. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in that conversation, but it's Chris's to odd one out. So let's do the intro for that.
Chris is to odd one out. Chris is to odd one to out.
Go on, Chris.
To pow. Okay, this week's to odd one out comes from jobs that I've had before I became a professional musician. Okay, and I've had some weird jobs, believe me. Okay, so in no particular order, we have got equipment stores manager, guitar teacher, laser printer operator, kitchen assistant in a pizza takeaway, and audio tech for a band. I can't say which band, because as soon as I say it, you'll go, oh, right, that's not true. Oh, that's true, depending.
One of those is not
One
true.
of those is bogus. Who's the odd man out? So in no particular order, equipment stores manager, laser printer operator, kitchen assistant in a pizza takeaway, guitar teacher, or audio tech for a band.
So people in the comments,
laser printer operator. That can't be a thing, because that's just standing next to a laser printer, pressing print on a computer.
Is it?
Yeah, unless of course it was the late 80s or early 90s.
How old do you think I am?
Exactly, he was at school back in those days. So, saying that, up north they make you work down the mines from 11. So,
but I just can't think that can be a job, just to be the person that presses, Control P on a Word document. And what about if it was an inkjet or a dot matrix?
Not for me to say at this point in the evening.
So, when you were teaching guitar, what things did you teach and how did you teach? What was your method of teaching guitar?
I taught all the bad habits that I've learned over the years. So there's a plethora of children out there who play guitar as badly as I do. Although some of them have gone on to do wonderful things, I have to say.
In the style of Kurt Cobain.
Not even that good. Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone knows I did Rock Street, but I actually... I did have a phase of being a one-on-one guitar teacher, allegedly. Did I not?
What were the other ones then? What were the...
An audio tech for a band. Kitchen assistant at a pizza takeaway.
Well, let's start with the audio tech thing. What was your role?
I drove the band. I picked up the band, drove the band to the gig. I helped set up the equipment with said band and operated the track, because it was some people working to track, mainly just 4 vocalists. And I operated the sound and I operated the lights. And they got drunk and I didn't, and I drove the van home and dropped them all off.
Fair enough.
That was that kind of job.
So that was a backing track job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. It's me.
Does that sound believable, Trev, as someone who works front of house?
More of a driver, though, isn't it?
I wouldn't put myself in your category, mate. I don't know one end of a compressor from the other. This was just 4 people telling me to turn them up because they needed to be louder.
See. Well, that's how I started out, with the little H&H amp mixer.
I got to say, the other was the last one, a kitchen assistant in a pizza place.
What was the name of the pizza parlour?
It was called Francesco's. It's now called F1 Pizza. Because they had to change. No, it was called F1 Pizza. Now it's called Francesco's. I do apologise. Based in Clitheroe, where I currently live.
Oh, very nice.
Before I joined the Aussie Floyd, I was pretty desperate.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that one. I think I'm going for, personally, I think I'm going to go for the kitchen assistant being the odd one out, because I think you did all the others. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think the kitchen assistant will be the odd one.
Robert's going for laser printer.
I'm going to go for laser printer. I'm talking myself out of it. I always do that and then find out that I shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to stick to that instinct.
What's the comment? I've got a baby in my hand. I can't see the comment.
Liam's saying laser printer operator. Gig Monkey's saying audio tech. Jude's saying the first one. Which was the first one?
The one we haven't talked about. The stores manager, like in an equipment place.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
that sounds like a job.
That does sound like a job.
Sounds like a job. That's not something you would make up.
Okay.
So we got Gig Monkey saying tech. We got Ian saying laser printer guy. Mike saying laser printer guy. Liam says, as a northerner, Dave, I can tell you that's not true. Talking about going down the mines from age 11. Not been down a mine, but I've been deep in other places that he can't talk about on here. Sharon says the kitchen assistant. And David Butchell says kitchen assistant. I'm going with that. Evelyn's audio tech. Christine says pizza, the kitchen assistant. Craig says Jack's now a plumber. Ha ha. And Sharon says having seen my fair amount of bar bands, audio tech sounds logical. And Jackie says stores manager. So we've got a whole plethora of different odd one outs there. I'm sticking with kitchen assistant, said Sharon, and so am I. Right. Do you want to do the big reveal? Which is it, Chris?
It is actually the kitchen assistant job, although I did work for them as a delivery driver.
Well, there we go. It was the kitchen assistant. I feel like I need an impact for this. So, kitchen, hang on. I'm just creating one because I didn't. Because if you told me in advance to create it, it would have been a cheat.
Well, I just would like be panicking and writing it down whilst the songs were playing. But my first ever job was as a paid job was as a laser printer operator with these big Xerox machines.
Was to press print and then watch it come out.
It was like the information was on magnetic tapes, like big reel-to-reel machines. That's how old this place was. And I printed off phone bills for companies and just put in a shitload of A4 paper. Like 40,000 reams of A4 paper and stand there on night shift printing out bills for the adult channel or, Sky TV or something. Oh, it's unbelievable, the stuff we used to do. I always remember Alan Twat Potatoes was a company that we printed a bill for once, which was quite all the others are true. I was a stores manager at a garage equipment place. I did teach guitar 1-on-1 and ran Rock Street. And I audio teched and drove for a Take That tribute band for a summer. Or something, which was just 4 prima donnas coming up going, can't hear myself, turn me up, love, I can't hear myself.
Was it
unbearable? Unbearable. What?
Was it Take Fat?
No, it wasn't Take Fat.
Okay, no, that's
called. But then I did deliver pizzas for one night, but I got lost because I just moved up here. I only did it one night.
Well, coming up, that was Chris's to odd one out, but coming up we have Jesus the Pen. He's back to give you a sermon. And we've also got the number 2 for this week, which is one of Chris's songs, which is Second Sight. So, we haven't heard this for a while. Here we go.
I sing your word. you speak, and I start feeling weak. I've got sick inside, you're not always right, controlling in all you do. You're just paranoid, I'm slightly annoyed, I'm not giving my soul to you. I'm living on the edge of my nose. You're gonna get what you deserve. You won't see. We came so far. A rising star. I feel so ashamed, but I'm not to blame. I've got sick inside, you're not always right, controlling in all you do. You're just paranoid, I'm slightly annoyed, I'm not giving my soul to you. I'm living on the edge of my nose. You're gonna get what you deserve. You won't see.
And we are back. That was Second Sight there at number 2. Chris was just talking about gonorrhea, but we'll come to that after.
You can do, yeah.
I think we'll come to that after the number 1 position. I think everyone wants to hear your gonorrhea story, don't they?
Of course they do.
After. So I see Ricky drumming at the second sight of this clip. Yeah, absolutely. You can see him drumming. Donna loves this song. Evelyn says, "Good one, Chris." So there we go. And Jude prays to the holy calligraphy, which is very interesting. So as you know, it's Sunday, and if you've skipped church, you need not feel guilty, because it's Jesus time with Jesus the pen. He's back.
Hello everyone, Jesus here. I just got back from a 10-week trip around the United States, giving speeches to who I assumed were my followers. And I'll be honest, I'm fucking shocked. I tried to bring them a message of love, compassion, understanding and forgiveness, and they booed me off, discarded me like a dried out Sharpie. They tossed me in the trash like a woke hippie ritually sacrificing a MAGA hat. One guy seemed nice until he introduced me to his gun collection and almost blew a hole in my head. Luckily he was high on legal weed and missed, so the only damage really was his bedroom door, the pictures on the opposite wall, the bedroom window, and the burning wooden cross outside in his backyard. One thing that all these Christians kept saying was that I was woke, and I didn't know what that meant. They'd say things like, "Don't go getting all woke on me, Jesus," and "You woke piece of shit." I looked it up, and apparently it means that I want people to have a fair time in society, get access to education, healthcare. It means that I care about the environment and support rights for things like the trans community. Well, that does sound like me and sums up a lot of my teachings very well. It turns out that I am pretty woke. You see, I need to tell you a secret. I, Jesus the pen, am trans. On the outside I look like a pen, but on the inside I feel like an omnipresent God that died for your sins a couple of thousand years ago and came back to save you from modern Christians. You see, I have an identity problem. I'm trans metaphysical.
But the people that I met that threw me out and spouted messages of hate may accuse me of being woke and trans, but they've also got identity problems. You see, they identify as Christians, but to me, they just look like cunt. Amen.
There we go. Bit of a sermon there from Jesus.
Let's have him back.
Liam says, if he was a trans pen, wouldn't he be a pencil? And John Ralph said, he's just used a dabber and he's been circumcised. So there we go. We've got an answer there. Dry as a bone now, he says. Evelyn
Lovely.
says, amen and hallelujah. So Jesus there, another one of his next time we stream. Let's tell us your gonorrhea story, Chris. I think following Jesus, we should hear about gonorrhea.
Yeah, basically, how did it start?
Do you want to put the laptop up so we can see your head? There you go.
Fletcher was born with a slight eye infection and like a bit like conjunctivitis, and his eyelids were all kind of swollen. And they did a swab and they took it off for analysis and things. And a midwife was coming around to see Jenna to do like a checkup and weigh him and make sure everything's working and stuff. And she said on the phone, I'll be around at like 4 o'clock or whatever it was. And then she said, did you get yourself booked in for a test? And Jenna said, what for? And she said, for gonorrhea, because that's what the eye infection has come up as. It's like you've passed it on during birth. And Jenna went, what? So I'm in bed on a tour bus in America at this point, and I get a text just saying, have I got the clap? So I replied, well, hang on, I'll get up. And I rang her, well, we've not got it off me. It's not been anywhere else. Trust me. And then it just got a bit surreal for a few hours until this midwife turned up and then did all the checks. He's fine. Everything's tickety-boo. And the eye drops are working. And Jenna said, what about this gonorrhea test? She went, oh, let me just check in the notes. She went, oh, no, you've not got gonorrhea. Right. So, and I spoke to you, didn't I, Trev, that morning? And I went, Trev, what should I do? And he went, I just asked for a retest because that just doesn't sound like you do at all.
So many problems.
Yeah, I mean, it was just weird. It was
like
really
telling
surreal.
someone they're going to dine and saying, no, actually, we made a mistake.
So so Jenna, I don't use TikTok, but Jenna's on TikTok and she's already put a couple of videos up that have gone over 1 million views. And she put this up, this story of the gonorrhea thing. And it did over 1 million views in less than 12 hours. It just went crazy. And it's on about 3.7 million views or something in less than a week now, or just over a week. And
gonorrhea does spread.
Well, it does spread.
It's viral.
But the amusing footnote of all this is that a friend of mine started calling me Chris Rea.
Oh, well, on that note,
umbrella to get rid of that.
I would have no idea.
My God,
never had anything like that in my life.
They stick a thing down your tube, then you open the umbrella bit out at the end, and they pull it all back out. Oh.
Robert's sucking his earphones out.
He's taking his headphones out. It's all done now, Rob. Well, if you had to have that done, you'd be pretty frightened, wouldn't you? And that ties into our number one song this week, which is Fears. No. So, yeah, it's Fears this week at number one, and I would have a lot of fears if I had to have an umbrella down my... What do you call it these days? Your eye. Your something or other eye. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. This is Fears. Can't say that anymore, can you? No,
no you can't.
No, you can't.
Megalomania, the new album by Space Potatoes. Previously unreleased tracks and hidden gems all compiled into one album. Outstanding work, The Weekly Beast. Featuring unknown classics such as Shut Me Down, Twisted in the Knife with Silence, Sell You the Lie, Fears, Run for Your Life, and Forgive You. Buy Space Potatoes Megalomania now.
So there we go. That was number one this week. Before we say goodbye, seeing as we've got Ricky's guru here, have you got any words of wisdom for us?
Be a salmon. A salmon swims against the stream. A salmon is a fish, and a fish looks at the sun.
Brilliant.
There we go.
Very topical.
Very topical, indeed.
Yeah, salmon. It's my worst hated fish.
When life gives you lemons, paint them green. Pretend it's a lime.
All good stuff, man.
It's like Ricky's ear.
Ricky will be going,
ranking.
Well, depends how you look at it.
Yeah.
That's Ricky's latest catchphrase, by the way, everyone. He just says, depends how you look at it. If I go, well, 2 + 2 = 4, Ricky, and he goes, depends how you look at it. So, yeah, expect some of that next time he's on the stream. He might have moved on to something else by then. You know what he's like. He's like a chat bot that's broken.
Yes, we've had that, and we've had to fuck on the end of every sentence with him and Bonnie.
Oh.
That was funny the first 6,000 times.
There we go. Right, well, we should end the show. So, Chris, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye from me and goodbye from Fletcher.
Trevor?
Goodbye, everybody. Keep safe.
Robert?
Goodbye, everyone.
And it's also a good night and a goodbye from me. Make the noises, everyone. See you later, Space Potatoes.
TNT rendezvous. There's so much that we can do.